Alright guys, let's get our mirror. Let's start from the bottom one. Where is it? Dang it. There it is.
Okay.
Okay, that's one. Then up here we have one right there.
Yep.
Okay, and then over here.
Yep.
Alright guys, we are looking good. It's time for our last chain. Alright, we'll be right back. Alright guys, we're ready to install our last chain. Now we have our mark down there, the green mark we put on the idler gear. We have our mark right here, and it's got to be on the R because we're on the right side. And the one way over here. You know what? Let me, what's that mirror? Let me get that. There it is. Alright, let's get this mirror back there. Oh, yeah, little buddy.
About time you clean the mirror.
Look at that, guys. Alright, so we able to get some good shots at this. Alright, so let's get our chain. You got the chain, one gold link, two black links. The two black links go up to the cam phasers. So let's go over here. Whoops. I can't. Am I on? Hey, yeah, I was on, dang it. Did that fall in the put? Yeah, that's on. Alright, that one's on. But this one right here. I'm questioning you because I'm seeing inside and I can't see it.
I'm on the side too.
You're in a better position than I am.
Hold on. Let me get in there. Yeah, that looks good.
She said, yeah, that looks good.
Yes, because I'm looking at the little green dot underneath.
Okay, so now we're going to go down to our idler. And this is where the gold link is going to line up to. So it's actually right there. Is that on right there?
I might be better off going underneath for that.
Alright.
You want me to? I'll go right now.
Okay, yeah, we'll make sure that's lined up.
What the heck am I looking at? Wait a minute.
Right there. It should be lined up with that hole too.
Wait, where happened to the mark? Oh.
It's underneath.
Okay, I see it. Yep, you're on.
Okay, so we're on. Alright, we're going to leave that right there. And the first thing we're going to get is our guide for this side. Alright, let's get our guide and we'll be right back. Alright guys, we got our guide with our two 10mm bolts. And what we're going to do is push it up against the chain. Right there and right there. Let's start those bolts in. And you know, guys, we gotta make sure this. We gotta make sure this didn't move. All right. Nothing moved. That one right there. Did that move? No, it didn't move. It's good. It's still right there. All right. So let's bring these bolts in, and we'll be right back. Okay, perfect, nice. Let's get our mirror out of the way. The next thing we're going to install is our guide that's going to be going on to the tensioner. And that's this one right here. And we got the bolt with like a sleeve in it. And that one is gonna mount up right here. Just like that. Hold on, let me make sure I got this right. This, I'm gonna have to see this from the bottom. No, that looks like about right. Yeah, that looks like right. Let's bring that bolt in. Man, this thing is ridiculous. Do I got that thing right, man? Because that thing sure feels like it's got tight. Alright, let's bring this in and we'll be right back. Alright guys, got that to the stops and a little bit more. Alright, that one is on. Now, I don't know how you're gonna be able to see that from the top or the bottom. It'll be better. Let's try the bottom. Alright, we'll be right back. Alright guys, we got our last tensioner. Yeah, finally, our last tensioner. Alright, let's get our gasket lined up. Yeah, it doesn't matter with the oil on there. Okay, it's perfect. Let's get our bolt started. It's always got to be one. Always got to be one, man. What the heck? Alright. Make sure this is where it's supposed to be. Looks like it. That's it. Alright, let's get this over to the car and we'll be right back. Alright guys, the next thing we do is install our tensioner over here. What you want to do is very important. Take your guide, bring your guide all the way up. Make sure it's all the way up and pull on it a little bit to get tension on that chain. Take your tensioner. Gotta find out where the mounting holes are on this.
I see there's a bunch of holes.
Yeah, and it's like suck looking for. Cause up here is a really bad angle. Okay, wait a minute. I think I got one lined up. And I got two lined up. And you got to keep tension on that chain while you start those bolts in there. And once you get them going in by a couple threads, you can let it go. Then take your 10mm cordless, your 10mm shallow socket 3/8 drive with your cordless ratchet. Hold it in place. We're going to bring bolts in. Just till they stop. Alright, next you want to do, change over to your 3/8 regular ratchet. And we're going to tighten them up. Alright, let's tighten them up. We'll be right back. Alright guys. tighten that up, and that's perfect. All our pins are still in. Now we're gonna go. Now we're gonna go over every mark to make sure they're lined up. What we're gonna do? Let's start off from the bottom since you're already down there. We got the gold tooth. You can see that right here. This one.
Yeah.
All right. Then we got the one on the other side.
Hold on.
That's behind me.
Oh, that one. Wait. So how am I supposed to? Oh, see the hole?
No, no.
Where am I going?
Right over here.
Oh.
You got this one.
Oh, that one. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Then over this side, you got one mark lined up.
There is. I need you to put the light on it.
I am on it actually.
No.
It's right behind this chain.
Oh,
There's a gold
Lord.
ring.
Okay.
And there's... Can't see that, huh?
I can see part of the gold link.
Alright, you know what? I tell you what. Alright guys, we're gonna start from the top. Right back. Alright guys, let's go over all our marks. We got this cam phaser over here. Into the mirror. Tell me when you got that.
I got it.
Alright. The next one is this cam phaser over here.
Okay.
Okay. The next is going to be a little bit difficult to get to. We're going to go for the big gear in the back, that mark on the gold link.
Okay.
Okay, that's perfect. All right, next is, matter of fact, since you're in the front, nah, we'll get there from the bottom. All right, next what we're going to do is go over here to the two top cam phasers over here.
Okay.
And which one? Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay, the next thing we're going to do is take our mirror, go down, and for this idler gear, how the heck can I get to the thing before? There we go. Inside the mirror, you'll be inside the...
No, can't see it.
What the heck? How did that happen before though?
Okay, move over a little bit more towards you. Oh, maybe that's too much. Okay, wait a minute. Stay right there. Stay right there. I got it. Okay.
Okay. And if you look on... we're gonna have to get that one.
I had it. You can see it. Put it back. I saw it. I see it.
What, how the heck do you see it?
Right there, right?
No, that's the crank.
Oh, we're not looking at the crank.
No, we're looking at the other one
My bad then.
on here, on this idler gear. If you bring the camera more
Okay,
over...
I got it.
Okay.
Right?
Yep, that's it. That one's lined up. All right, now let's go to the bottom and check out other ones. We'll be right back. Hey guys, now we're looking at the right side idler. That one's good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then we're going to go into the last one, our crankshaft. Make sure it's lined up with the link and lined up with the mark on the oil pump.
Yep.
Okay.
Wait,
Uh-oh.
No, yeah, okay. It was me. Yep, it's good.
All right, guys. We're ready to pull the grenades. We'll be right back. All right, guys. We're ready to pull our pins out. We got this one down here at the bottom. Bam. Then we got the two at the top. We got this one over here. Bam. And then we got the last one right here. Bam. Look at that. Everything set. Everything is in time. Everything is perfect. All right, we'll be right back. All right, guys. Down to the nitty gritty. We are on our party line, putting stuff back together. The first thing we got here is our timing cover itself. Now, what we gotta do here is turn this over. You're gonna have this seal that's inside here. This thing's got stuff everywhere. So you gotta get your, in fact, let me get a little screwdriver. I'm gonna pop this out. Dang it, man. Dang it, this whole freight thing don't do no. Oh, it pull it out. Hey, do we get a new gas? We get a new one, right?
Well, I did get a timing cover set.
Oh, man, guys. Pull this out. Then we gotta clean all this stuff up, guys. So get our wire brush, and especially inside these little grooves right here. It's gonna take a lot of time because sometimes the wire brush, the wire wheel don't get in there. So you might have to do that by hand. We're gonna clean all that out, and then we'll be right back. All right, guys. This is just like we did to the front cover. I mean, to the engine. Wow, no, I still got stuff around here. Took the wire brush. Make sure I get everywhere. Then took my rag with some carburetor cleaner. And go around and clean that up. I think cleaning is one of the most important, and people forget about it a lot. I seen guys put this thing together, man. Put parts together without even cleaning. Just throw some more silicone on it. Call it a day. All right, guys. Let's clean this up, and then we'll be right back. All right, guys. Now there are 5 seals we're gonna change on here. We got 4 VVT solenoid seals, and you guys, you got it. I mean, they might be good. Who knows? Who cares? You do not want to take a chance of this thing leaking and then you're sitting there trying to replace them. So we got 4 of those, and we have the crankshaft seal. So what you want to do is turn the cover over, get you a flat screwdriver, hold the cover down, stick it to the side, and about there, and knock these things right out of there. It figures to give me a hard time. And it's a good thing we changed them. Look, I'm having a hard time changing them out. But these things was dry rotted. So these things was definitely leaking. Now I can't get up under that, so let's try to do it this way. So we're going to try to do, and be careful guys, because this is an aluminum cover. So we're going to try to go in through this way. Pop them out. There you are. Now, when you beating down with the hammer like this, it's a stop inside of there. So you want to make sure you don't take that screwdriver down too far and break that piece, or you're going to be in some serious trouble. You're going to have to get you a timing cover. So let's do one more together. So we're going to set that up right about inside there. And just keep working. And I can actually feel it when I hit the bottom. And then pop that. Look at that. Good. Man, that thing, those things suck, man. Good thing we changed these. And you want to take your screwdriver and just go around and clean all that up. Alright, now also on the crank, let's make sure the crank is the same way. So on the crankshaft, and usually sometimes though, you can take the crankshaft and you can get it right about there. Pop right out. Good. Because that's got a metal insert. And then we're going to go around and clean that. So, let's get the other two out. Then we're going to clean this cover up. Dang it. Guys, again, be very careful with this, doing this. Right out, clean it up. Alright, let's get the last one done and we'll be right back. Yeah, boy. And you know what, guys? I'm not even gonna sit here and mess with this. I'm gonna go ahead, clean this up, and then I'm gonna pressure wash it, this whole thing. Again, I know we pressure washed it before, but see if we can get some of this stuff out of here a lot better. Alright, we will be right back. Alright guys, now for the final part. Our alignment tools. Get that out of there. Yeah, buddy. And our last one. Yeah, buddy. Look at that. Tim, you happy?
Yeah.
Why you happy?
I ain't gonna be happy until this is back at their house.
Yeah, we almost there, because this is looking great, guys. Look at everything looking nice and clean inside. That power washing job did wonders. Look at that. They are starting all over again. They just need to keep up with them oil changes. Look how nice it looks in there. Well, nice and clean. I mean, it's clean. It's none of that grud. Alright guys, we'll be right back. Alright guys, we are ready to put on our timing cover. Now guys, we got to prepare our timing cover first. And these steps right here is very important. So I'm going to let Civvy explain to the points we got to do. Alright Civvy, what do we got to do, Civvy?
Put the seals in.
What seals? Which ones?
The VVT solenoid seals and the crank seal.
Perfect. Yeah, buddy. We give Civvy a yeah, buddy. Alright guys, first of all, you got a kit. Make sure you get you a nice little kit. And just get there. If you can get Molly, these are probably the best gaskets out there on these engines, man. The best. So you want to get you a timing cover set gasket, which will come with the crank seal, the VVT, the water pump, and that little gasket, whatever the thing is in the back. And it comes with new gaskets for your tensioners, timing chain tensioners. That's cool. So first of all, we got those. So we're going to take 4 of those out. You're going to have 4 of those. Then what you're going to get is I have a 30mm socket, 1/2-inch drive. Get that, and I got me a little about a 6-inch extension. That socket is going to fit perfect. Or you can probably get another socket to fit perfect on there. It's going to fit perfect on the diameter.
Well, we need to switch sides or something. Because I'm getting too much from the back.
Okay, it needs to fit perfectly around the diameter of that seal. So when you knock it in, it'll knock it in, and it'll be able to stop and not keep knocking in, because you don't want to keep knocking this thing in. If not, you're going to take a chance of hitting that right there and cracking this cover, and that's going to suck with a capital S. Alright, so we got that situated. Next thing you're going to need, guys, is some gray gasket maker. Don't use no black, don't use no red, and don't use no blue, or this thing's going to pour out oil like you would not believe. You want to get gasket maker, and what I do, we get the Permatex Optimum Gray High Temp, withstands temperatures up to 700 degrees. High temp, rigid torque. Yeah, buddy. All right, definitely gonna have some of that, guys.
I have a question on that. Okay, sis. Don't be throwing things.
Oh, I didn't know you were gonna. Man,
you throw things at me.
Things I go through with this job.
So it says up to 700 degrees, right? But there is no way this engine should get to 700 degrees, right?
That's right. So
is that right?
Right.
So if I get one that's like up to 200 degrees, the engine shouldn't get to 200 degrees either.
Why?
So
There's
why
thermostats.
isn't that good enough?
There's thermostats that's 195. There's thermostats that's 205.
Let's say 300.
See, it's up to 300. Well, we don't know, what's up to. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
But But that don't say
it doesn't.
up to 700. It says to 700.
Right.
It says negative
So
65 degrees to 700.
So my point is, wouldn't you rather have something that says, let's keep the word up to 700 rather than up to 300?
Right, but I'm just saying, if I get one that says 400.
Now you're saying 400. Dang it. Now you're
saying 500,
all right.
400, 300. It should still be good.
Like the red silicone.
I have no idea what it says.
Well, it says high heat, so whatever. No, you don't get that. Also, the substance of it. This, if you take the red silicone, the red, blue, and all that, this is much. This is what's that word I'm looking for? What's that word? Got me messed up. What's the word? You know.
I'm not gonna tell them.
Oh, you know? That's a bull. You see, you do know. You know. Yeah, see, you do know. The consistency of this is a lot different. All right? So don't stop messing around, guys. Get this stuff.
I was just saying.
Don't be listening to Sylvia.
Stop being such a bossy boss.
Don't be listening to Sylvia and get some cheap stuff. All right. Also, guys, now for the important part. We jump over here to the bolts. You have all our timing cover.
We didn't do the seals yet.
We ain't put them in yet. I got them going over somewhere.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
All right.
All right, we got all our timing cover bolts here. Now, you're going to have these sleeves, guys. A lot of you guys are going to throw these away. I feel bad for you if you do. Now, if you know, if you go back, if you're paying attention to this video series, we had these sleeves on some of the timing chain guides, but we didn't put them back on the new ones. Why? Because the new timing chain guides are made to be a tighter fit. That's what I'm saying on this. So you wouldn't need them. You couldn't use them actually. Now, why you got these up here? Now, these timing cover bolts, they have two. They don't have one. They have two. So if you messed up right now, you better jump around your yard and find them. I don't know. You probably go to the dealership or find them online. I have no idea. But what these does, let me take one off. If you go over here to the timing cover and put this bolt in, look at that. It wobbles around. Not to say that anything can happen, because this timing cover does set on what's studs. So no, dowel pins. Yeah, it sets on dowel pins. So it wouldn't do anyway, but it's still that play between there, and it could leak oil or something, so you don't want that. So what you have, you put one of these on there. There's still that shaft in it. It's still different because these timing covers are thick, so they actually have two up there. So then when you put them in, when you go to put them in, let's go sideways like this. When you put that in, it's going to be into the deep in there like that. So then when you put that in there, look at that. It won't even move.
So why don't we just put bolts that fit?
Or drill these out to make them, instead of drilling out so much. Now, guys, what you want to do is, if you got these, look around your cover, you want to take those out. What you want to do is take a flat screwdriver, and you can just go ahead and push them right out of there. Just go along the edge and push them out. If they come out like that, don't matter. Just bend them back open and you can put them in. So you want to make sure you have two for each bolt. If you don't, and you're doing this job, take some from your timing chain guides, the same size.
Well, what if their timing chain guides need them?
Then they got a cheesy set. Then if they need, they better not, man. They probably got an eBay setting. and sit there. Tell I put my guide on, and it's loose. The chain is moving around. Tim, what did I do? What did I do wrong? That's what you said. I told you not to go to eBay. but you asked out of luck. I don't know what to say. What to say? Got to just do with that eBay stuff. Anyway, so we got that situated, guys, and you got one big bolt. Now remember, guys. Let me see here. There's one bolt in here. Let me see. Yeah, there's one bolt out of all these. All these look the same. No, remember, there's one bolt that's longer than all the rest. And then you got the two of those right there. All right, guys. Let's give it a get our timing cover set up. We'll be right back. All right, guys, we got it on the floor. Got our seals and hammer. We are on the floor of the shed. Remember the shed, guys? Look at that, guys. We put the shelves up. I got my stuff in there. Got my two welders. And everything, man. Everything is coming up.
Christmas tree.
Sylvia's Christmas tree up here. On here, we got Sylvia stuff. Over there, we got stuff for the Mustang. Man, guys, and this is her bench for when her doggy stuff and her garden stuff and all that. I don't know. I'm gonna get rid of it, put it on the outside. Told you she's trying to take over. But guys, this is coming out great, man. We got like almost 90% of our stuff already in here. So this is great.
That looks like we don't have much.
It don't. Man, when I was in the house. Alright, guys, let's do this. Alright. Let's start over here on this one. Now, guys, this is very important as well. There are two sides to these seals.
They look the same.
Okay, look at the inside. The inside wall is thicker than this inside wall, and this outside wall is thicker than that outside wall.
True that.
Now they look the same? What the heck? Alright. See, but they all are the same seals. So which one goes in where? What you want to do, let me see if I can show you a way of putting these in here. Okay, great. Go by the outside wall. The outside wall, make sure the outside wall, the thin outside wall is facing you. So, Sylvia, we put it like this?
No.
There you go. Like that. Just stick that seal.
So it's facing the outside of the cover.
Right. Now, why is that? Because if you look at the whole seal together, you'll notice on the inside, it starts to get smaller. See, like, see that?
You expect us to see that?
That diameter out there, then it goes in.
Yeah. Okay.
You see that?
Maybe. Yeah. We saw it. We saw it.
All right. So we set the cover. So the VVT. When you push that VVT in there, it goes in there and pushes that open. If you try to put it in this way, it will go in. But when you try to get that VVT in there, you be like, try to twist it, turn it around, and it's gonna damage it. All right. So yeah. Not my problem. Put it in like that. Use your hands to push it down. Get your socket. Put it over it with your hammer. Make sure that thing goes down flush. You know what, guys? We're gonna
crooked.
Yeah, you know what? We're gonna get a smaller one. I didn't want to get a smaller, but you don't want to go ahead and take it and go at like an angle or something. You want to make sure you get something to go in there perfectly. So let me get a smaller socket. Be right back. All right, guys, we got our 30. What I'm gonna do here, cause I got a 29. I went for a 29, and I went there, and the 29, man, I don't know. It's like I don't want this thing to go inside there. So what I'm going to do is a 30 thin wall socket, just a regular 1/2 inch drive socket. And yeah, that fits, yeah, that's going to fit a lot better. In fact, let me put my hand there. And I'm not hitting it hard, because yeah, buddy. Look at that. That looks even, Civvy.
Oh, I don't know why I'm blurry.
You want me to take it out here, outside or something, or?
No. Yeah, it looks good.
It looks blurry from over here. I'm asking you, they're gonna say it's blurry.
What would being outside have to do with it?
Alright, also, you want to go on the inside and just make sure that the whole seal is touching the outside. And, you know, flush with all inside. Got that?
Wait, say that one more time?
Hold, let me turn it back around this way for a minute. Now you want to make sure that seal is all the way touching that lip down there.
Oh, I see.
So we're going to go around like this again.
Oh, so I got to show the sides then. okay. Yeah, we're good.
Good?
Yep.
Okay. Now you want to see this side?
Okay. Yeah, we're good.
I told you it's better outside.
No, it had nothing to do with being
Tell me what this does.
Oh my word. Here, why don't you use the camera then?
Then you do this.
Yeah.
Is that years and...
Yeah, whatever.
Alright, so let's push this one down. Let's get our 30 millimeter. Let's get that lined up right. And guys, I am not hitting this hard at all. I do not want to turn this over and I see a crack in that cover. It's going to ruin your day. Let's turn it over. Look at that.
Okay.
Alright guys, now let's get the other two done. And the other two, these are pretty easy because it's at the flush right with the floor. This side, you be very careful, guys, because see right between here, these are further sticking out. There's nothing between here, so you can easily break this. And you know what, guys? You know what? Let me get a piece of wood. I'll be right back. All right, guys. To be on the safe side, get you a piece of 2x4. Stick it right under there, just like that. Okay. So in that way, we don't take a chance and damage and break that cover, because man, I would love to see the expression in your face when you crack that cover and this video says use that block of wood. I'd like to see the
expression on your face when you crack the cover.
I'm not. Oh, you see me. Even if I did crack it, I'm going to do it off camera. And go to the junkyard and get another one. Like, alright guys, here we go. Alright, so let's get this set up here. Centered. That's still not in all the way. Okay.
Now, when you're doing it, like, when you're doing it, how do you know when to stop?
That's a very good question, because I'm doing it based on experience, and that that is a good.
Well, that's gonna help us.
I know. Sometimes it's like a sound. It's like a different pitch sound, but the best. Let me finish this up first. And say, notice how sometimes if I feel like the one side is down and the other side just a little bit up, I'm taking the extension off, putting the socket there, and then I can control that. I can hit this side of the socket, which I gotta hit, and try to go around and make sure that's. See, I know the sound. What I want you to do, guys, even if it's gonna take you longer, knock it in some, turn it over, and look to see if it's flush. Now you got that? You got that? All right, let me turn this back over, set it on my wood, and I'm gonna show you what I mean. Set the wood there. Got my thing up here. Let me just tap this in just a little bit. Of course, that's sticking out. Of course, you're gonna know it needs a little more. But what you're gonna do is turn it around. Now, if you can see in there, you'll see the gap in there, the space.
Oh. So if you don't have the experience, just keep checking it.
Right, just keep turning it over and over. Civi asks the perfect questions, man. Yeah, buddy. So we're gonna go ahead. See, I know this side right here is up a little bit. All right. Turn over, and I'm down. It's just something that comes with experience. Alright guys, we'll be right back. Alright guys, now for the crank seal. Now, some of you guys out there, you might have a socket big enough to do that. I probably do if I look enough, but not, even if, yeah, I don't. So let's put this in there. Now, this is the back side of the seal, and this is the side that's going to be facing out towards you. So you go right there. Use your hands to set that seal in place. And now what you're going to do? What you can do is take your hammer. And I'm not hitting it. You can tell I'm not hitting it hard. I mean, that's hard. See, I am so used to doing this. I know how much to hit it and crack it or not. That's why I was able to do that.
Well, don't do that again.
Now, you want to keep going around. When you hear this sound, that's when you know it's level with the cover. But that's not it. Because even though it's flush, you're like, wow, that came out perfect. Yeah, buddy, man. Tim is the man. If you turn that over, you can see in there that there's space.
Okay. I don't know. It looks pretty good to me.
See, now I can actually put my hand. In fact, look. It's here, let me turn this back over. Watch this goes down a little bit more. And this is time you can use a block of wood also. But see how that's going down a little more? Right now I can take my finger and go right there, but over here it's flush. So you know guys, here, tell you what. Get the big end of my 1/2-inch drive extension. Now I'm down. You notice how now I'm before when I hit it down, it was level with the outside of the cover. Now there's a lip right here. Now you can actually see how far it went. And actually right here, no, it's there. I just want to hit this side a little bit. Now when I'm hitting this, guys, I'm not hitting it like this. I am using this edge, and I'm actually at like an angle. You see, I'm not straight up and down. I'm at like an angle because I want to stay on the outside of that seal. You do not want to damage inside of here because this is where it will seal the oil from coming out. That is perfect. Look at that, guys. This thing won't be leaking no oil. Not from here, it won't be. But we're not done yet, guys. We are far from done. The next thing we're going to do is turn it over. And now we're going to get it. We're going to call this gas, let's see, a timing cover water gasket. Should we call it that? Or water pump house? No, the timing cover water outlet. Let's call it that. All right, let's get that gasket and we'll be right back. All right, guys, now remember, guys, you got to make sure all these channels are clean of that old silicone, all that gasket maker. Make sure it's clean. Now, let's put the gasket in there. This gasket can only go it can go two ways. Either like this or like that. It can't go like that. There is a little part that sticks out right here that you got to line that up right with that opening right there. And push that in. And no, let me take this back out. This gasket has a bunch of ridges on it. This O-ring or seal has a bunch of, what would you call this anyway?
Ridges is good.
Huh?
Ridges is
no,
good.
no, not that bad thing.
What?
What would you call this guy?
A seal.
An O-ring, a seal, but a seal is like this.
It's a gasket.
Okay, let's call it a gasket. All right, so line that up right there, push it down, then go around and push the other end. Guys, I'm telling you right now, and I haven't even tried it. If you're using an eBay set right now and you pushing this in there, you're having difficulty. It ain't working. Alright, guys, look at that. Man, it is ready to go, man. This cover looks dynamite. Alright.
Oh my God.
Alright, we'll be right back. Alright, guys, we are ready. We're almost ready to put our seal gasket maker on. Gasket sealer, whatever you want to call it, gasket maker. But what we're going to do first, guys, and you want to do this too. You want to do a dry run. You want to make sure when you lower this down in there, it don't scrape off none of that gasket sealer or gasket maker or
all over the timing chain.
All over the timing chain. It's going to be leaking. It'll be a fiasco. It'll just be a complete fiasco. And if you do that, record it and send it to me. So what we're going to do is do a dry run. We're going to go to the front of the engine. I'm going to go to the front of the car. And you gotta, now I'm doing a dry run, but you gotta remember that there is silicone on these edges, so you can't like grab it like this, or you'll be grabbing the silicone. So you gotta figure your way right now of how you're gonna lay that down there. So I'm gonna grab it just like this. See, I'm already running into issues
Oh
here.
man, look at all this, the gasket maker all over the chain.
Yeah. You know what? Tell you what, guys, so I already see an issue here. This AC line is in my way, so we're gonna unbolt this, and I want to move this out of the way. So what I'm gonna do is get me a socket that I don't have here, a 10mm socket, and we're gonna take this bolt off and get this line out of the way. We'll be right back. All right, guys, got my 10mm shallow. Guys, get your cordless tools thing. Take this out. Put the bolt back in it, and let's see here. We're gonna this line is a little flexible. Don't be going crazy. I'm gonna tuck this out of the way, and if you can, if you want to tie it up, put a tie strap around something. I mean, just that little bit might make the difference. It might make so much of a difference. So let's get a piece of mechanics wire. I'm going to tie this out to the side. Be right back. Alright guys, got a piece of mechanics wire. Now, I noticed in the front right here of the radiator support, they got these openings. I'm going to stick one right between there. Wrap it around. Pull it forward. And I don't know what the heck I'm going to wrap it to.
Use the hood latch.
Tell me what to do. What the heck?
Don't use the hood latch.
I'm lucky. That's what I was gonna do.
Right.
Alright. So we got that out of the way. Now down here, make sure your alternator is pushed all the way as much as it can go. Make sure that bolt is not coming out. So make sure it's pushed all the way over as much as it goes. The cover comes over here. So we're safe. So, we got everything out of the way. Now, when I put it in there, I'm going to grab the cover from the front. Okay, like that. Just notice I kept hitting up against over here this harness. And get this harness out of the way. And this hose, get that out of the way. Alright, I noticed I was hitting up against that. Let's try this again. Okay, there it is, and we're in. Dang, we'll come back up. Alright. Now your cover, here's the dowel pins. One on this side and one on this side. So once we lower it down, we're going to hook it onto those dowel pins. Alright, let's get over to the cover and put our silicone on. We'll be right back. Alright guys, now usually they tell you to just put a bead, a thin bead right along the lines right there, around, go around. I ain't taking no chances. I'm going to start right here. So let's get this done and we'll be right back. Alright guys, we did our outside bead. We went all the way around with around the bolt holes. In fact, let me get a little bit more right there.
What's the point of going around the bolt hole?
Just for added, I don't want nothing, I ain't taking no chances. Even though the instructions don't tell you to do that, I ain't taking no chances. Forget that. Alright, we did all around there. Now very important guys, on these edges right here, make sure you put a little bit of thicker bead right there, because when those two ends meet. Alright, next you're going to have these circles. Just put a bead around that one, this one, and that one. Alright, we got that. Oh, wait a minute, we got one more. One more right here. And that one. The next thing you're going to do is we're going to go all around the water pump. So we're going to start up here. And go along and put a bead right there. Alright, let's get that done and we'll be right back. Alright guys, we got it up there. Again guys, if you're going by the manual instructions, you're supposed to put a thinner bead than what I got here. I'm not taking no chances. I don't need it to leak. They tell me you put that up there, but if it leaks, nobody from GM is going to come down and take it apart and do it again. So, no. Put you a bead enough to go up there. Alright, now let's grab it. Now, in the beginning, you can grab it like this if you want. But when you go to put it in, your cam phasers are going to be in the way. So try not to grab it like that. Alright, so let's go over here to the engine. Okay, let's set it down. And you notice I'm staying close to the frame. I'm staying away from the engine because that's what my silicone is on the other side. Alright, we're looking good. We're looking good. We gotta turn. We gotta turn a whole lot. Go in. I'm not sure whether I'm on. It looks flat up here, but what we're going to do is go look at the bottom to make sure. Alright, we'll be right back. Alright guys, we're at the bottom. Oh yeah, I can see pushing it in. I can see the gasket maker squeezing out. So I'm definitely on those pegs. So now that I'm in place, I'm going to leave right there and we're going to go get us some bolts. Alright, we'll be right back. Alright guys, I kind of messed up here because I should have did this first. Make sure 2 sleeves are on each bolt. But right now, we're just going to grab a few of them, about 4. Dang it. And now I'm rushing like a fool because I didn't do this. Notice how Sylvia ain't saying nothing now.
Nope.
Alright, and let's get our 2 10mm bolts, and those only got 1 each. Alright, let's go over here to our cover. You got good lighting?
Yep.
So, right here to our cover. And let's start off with down here. Just putting all our bolts in. Make sure they're all going by a couple threads by hand. And now our two 10mm bolts is going to go up here. You can see up here?
Of course I can. But you need to stop questioning my abilities.
You can keep on.
If somebody did that to you, you ban them.
Keep on. Keep on. Alright guys, let's get some more bolts and we'll be right back. Alright guys, now we got the top view and we're going to still go around, put in our bolts. I'm showing you this so you can know where to put the bolts at. And remember, there's 2 sleeves to each bolt. And don't forget, on each end of the top, there's one up here, and then there's one over here, and there's one right here, and then there's going to be one way over here. You ain't going to be able to see it, but trust me, it's there. Do not forget about that one. Alright, now, we still got more bolts, but what I want to show you is that, remember, one bolt is longer than the rest of the bolts, just a little bit longer. That bolt goes right there.
I don't need the light.
Oh, okay. So, we're going to get that bolt in right there. So you make sure you got that bolt in there. Alright, let's go around the cover and get the rest of our bolts in, and we'll be right back. Alright guys, we got all the bolts in. I almost made a mistake, and I actually, you can see the gasket maker right there. I had put a bolt right there, and I had put a bolt right there. Then I noticed on the outside, I was missing 2 bolts. So, do not put a bolt in here, and that one over there. Those go on to the tensioner. So, we don't have to worry about those. Now we're ready to tighten up everything. Now those 2 10mm bolts in the center, we're going to do those last. So what we're going to do here is take, in fact, let me go get my cordless ratchet and I'll be right back. Alright guys, you're going to need a 13mm shallow socket 3/8 drive. And it's a good idea to get you a, there might be a shorter extension, but just try this 1-inch extension, wobble extension. That way your socket can wobble back and forth. Now we're going to take that extension off, guys. What the heck, man? Focus. That way. Take that extension off. Alright, so what we're going to do, we're going to start from the center bolts first. And I'm not going to tighten it up. That's all I'm going to do. Just bring it in just like that. Just so it's a little snug. Alright, so we're going to start from the center ones, and then we're going to work our way to the outer. Seal is squeeze out of there. Man, this thing gonna seal good. Oh yeah, by the way, but from the time you put the sealer on, you got 5 minutes to get this cover on.
But not bolted, right?
Bolted and everything.
5 minutes.
getting. Oh, man. I love messing with these guys, man, because they skip by the video. They be like, move, get out the way, get it. Tim said I got 5 minutes. All right, once we get the center one in, we're going to go around now. Still got this one over here. And then bring in, just snug, the rest of them. All right? Be right back.